Thanks for being here today for this really important economic development announcement. It is really a great day. Mead Johnson Nutritional has a long history in Evansville that dates back, next year will be 1 century. 1 century in Evansville is amazing to me. Mead Johnson located here to gain access to the materials that they needed to make their initial products. And I have to tell you that my father was, actually my mom and dad met here. So Mead Johnson has always had a very special place in our family's heart. I remember coming to the company store with my dad many times. So it's it really is a great family connection. Over the years, other companies have come and gone, but Mead Johnson has remained, and our community is better because of their presence. Today, they're going to announce a $35 million reinvestment in the Evansville operation, and that's a tremendous commitment to our city, and I think that deserves a round of applause. So I'm pleased to announce the company's local presence will not only continue for the foreseeable future, but it will expand. Mead Johnson will be implementing an advanced manufacturing process that will increase its formula production line, the lifeblood of the company, while also improving efficiency. This is good news for Evansville because it represents Mead Johnson's decision, as I said earlier, to reinvest in our community. Increasing production in Evansville will require more high-skilled workers, and those workers will be paid well for their talents. I'd like to turn it over now to Jeff Jobe to talk about the project and what it means to our community. Jeff.
So thank you, Mayor. My name is Jeff Jobe. I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Technical Operations for Mead Johnson. I too have a long personal history with Mead Johnson. I've been with the company for 26 years, the majority of which has been here in the Evansville location. Of course, as the mayor mentioned, Mead Johnson has a much longer history. We have 99 years here in Evansville. Next year will be a grand celebration for us for 100 years with this community. This history includes a long legacy of products, packaging, and manufacturing innovations in support of our mission to nourish the infants and children for the best start in life. Evansville has been a key manufacturing site for our products for almost as long as the company's been around, but our footprint has grown and changed over the years. We've increased our capacity, upgraded our technology, and expanded our R&D capabilities. Just over 3 years ago, we celebrated the addition of a powder manufacturing capability here, as well as the grand opening of our first Technology and Learning Center for our global network of Mead Johnson Pediatric Nutritional Institutes. The center has since been joined by ones in Mexico City, Guangzhou, China, and Singapore. These ongoing investments in Evansville are not made lightly. They are based on our thorough analysis of the location's ability to support the company's growth and deliver long-term value. Figuring into these calculations are the efficiency, the cost-effectiveness of the plants, operations, and the talent of existing team, and the quality of the local labor pool, and supported by the local government. As you can tell from our latest multi-dollar commitment, our plant fared well, the city fared well, and the state fared well in our scoring as we went to evaluate this investment. We're proud of our deep roots in the city and the state and the many contributions made by this location to the company's growth and success, including the creation and execution of science-based nutritional products. The expansion we are celebrating today will increase Mead Johnson's flexibility to meet the evolving needs of our consumers and continue to deliver safe, high-quality products to support the healthy growth and development of millions of babies and children across the country and, for that part, the globe. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chris Kinnett with the Growth Alliance.
Thank you. My name is Chris Kinnett. I'm the Business Development Director for the Growth Alliance for Greater Evansville. And as with any project, there are a number of people that need to be recognized for the good work that they've done, and that's part of what I'm here to do this morning. First of all and foremost, the mayor and the mayor's office for all that they've done and the leadership they've shown, not just in this project, but for all economic development projects. The City Council for all the collaboration that they bring to the table, working together to make sure that we have economic development offers that are on the table ready for us to go and put before, just like in this particular case, where we're looking at roughly $3.5 million in the actual incentives to Mead Johnson, and how those incentives will be categorized through tax phase-in over the next 10 years for both real and personal property. But in return, we're going to receive $16.4 million in economic development advantages for this community. So certainly it's something that's seriously that the City Council will take seriously when they take a look at this project in the coming weeks. We also need to thank the state of Indiana for their help, and Susan back there, who's done yeoman's work and making sure this is pushed forward. We certainly appreciate what she's done to help bring this project to bear. The Southwest Indiana workforce, Sarah, another Sarah's in the back there as well, who will help, I believe, bring a workforce that will take these high-wage jobs and push this particular product forward more productively, more efficiently. The Growth Alliance board, the folks that we report to, obviously without their help, this wouldn't be possible. The Economic Development Coalition with Greg Wathen and Nancy Dyke back there, who help bring and market our community to people outside to the area. The Southwest Indiana Chamber, who works with the businesses locally, Christy Gillenwater and her group. The County Commission and the County Council, all of what they do to make sure that this region is promoted, working with, in collaboration with all the entities already mentioned. And lastly, obviously, Mead Johnson. What they bring to the community and what they've brought to the community for the last 100 years, as the mayor mentioned, which is the takeaway for today. The takeaway is that these are the type of skilled jobs that we're looking for, the type of manufacturing jobs that we want to try to create and work with additional companies that already exist in this area, the companies that have already invested in our community, and we want to be able to sit down with them and help them grow, become more productive, become more efficient in what they do so that they can continue to do business in the city of Evansville and Vanderburgh County. At this point, we'd certainly entertain, the three of us, any questions that might come from the group. We stunned them with our enthusiasm. Yes, sir.
Do we have any numbers on new jobs?
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. There'll be overall 18 jobs. It'll start out with 30 jobs. Those remaining from the 18 will be taken to other areas as the process is phased in. And again, at an average of $29 an hour.
Who would be qualified for these jobs?
Jeff, I'm going to let you handle that one.
Well, I mean, we would be looking for people with some sort of technical background. These are high-skilled jobs. We'll be running manufacturing equipment. So, your average, employee in the community would be a clear candidate, but we do have a testing program that we run employees through, and obviously some of our internal employees will step up to these jobs, and then we will bring in some more entry-level jobs for other employees to take on.
Mr. Mayor, some folks might listen to that and say, well, 18 jobs, that's not such a enormous amount or investment. Why do you consider this an important amount?
Let me put this in a little better perspective for you. Mead Johnson Nutritionals exports to 30 countries from this facility. 30 countries. They have men and women who travel the world out of Evansville. So if they bring in 18, 20, 30 jobs, these are 18 to 20 to 30 professionals who will be living here and flying out of here and bringing additional economic impact to our community. So this is a huge investment for the community. I would ask you to look at not only the number of jobs that are added, but the amount of money that's being invested here. This is a huge win for the city of Evansville. And as Jeff mentioned, the company takes its investments very seriously. They could go literally just about anywhere, but they chose to make this $30+ million investment in Evansville, and I think it's a great day for the city as a result.
You mentioned that this investment is based on the health of this location in Evansville. What were some of the factors that went into specifically, we'd like to invest this money in here because of these reasons?
Well, that's probably a better question for Jeff, but let me just say, as Chris mentioned, attracting new businesses to a community, any community, is difficult. It's certainly easier to work with existing companies and helping them to grow. And that's certainly been a focus of our administration and the Economic Development Coalition of Southwest Indiana, as well as the Growth Alliance. So we work in a collaborative fashion to meet with local employers on a regular basis and to see what we can do to help them grow here. And we've been talking with the folks at Mead Johnson Nutritionals for many, many months now on this project. So it's an ongoing process, but I think Jeff can speak to why Evansville.
You know, as the mayor said, you know, we have a broad global footprint, so we have lots of places around the world we could look for this investment, and we have several places within the U.S. we could look for this investment. So a decision like this, there's many factors come into it, but you know, we're looking at what is the efficiency of a particular location, what existing footprint does it have, what can we utilize in that footprint, how can we leverage that footprint. We're also looking at what available space do we have in there. We're looking at what is the workforce in the community for us to attract top talent and be able to attract people to this facility to work for us. And then of course we're looking for, you know, support from the local government and the state government. So that's what it's kind of a combination of things we look at that we weigh against other locations that brought us to make this investment in Evansville. Of course, yes. Well, I just do not divulge where else we were looking at, but you can look at our footprint. We have a large footprint around the world, so we could look at any of those sites to put it. And in particular, you know, you look at our other manufacturing footprints within the U.S.
Is there a ballpark guess to how long before production ramps up?
You know, the project will be done in phases, and so we'll be ramping up. You know, actually we'll hire people sooner than we will actually start production, because these are technical jobs and we have to bring people in for training. So, you know, we look at, you know, we'll be doing hiring in 16 and we'll be in production in 17 time frame.
Does this investment require any new facilities and construction?
Well, I hope so. For $35 million we get something. We will do some additional construction on our existing facility, so there will be some addition to our existing footprint, right? And then obviously there's a tremendous amount of renovation within some of our existing footprint. And then there's, you know, a large part of this will also be for new equipment.